What's good, my PNG gang? PNG here, finally back again on another video. Man, you know I had to come back to talk about this new Lil Uzi drop. There was so much hype around this album, like leading up to it, like for the last like whole week. All I saw on Instagram was straight like eternal Atake, like everywhere. Like Lil Uzi was posting a lot. There's a lot of shit going on Twitter. Just a bunch of shit around the hype of this album coming out in 2 weeks. And it was actually supposed to be coming out in 2 weeks, but it ended up coming out a whole week earlier, and it dropped yesterday. And like the whole time the hype was going, I'm just like, man, I'm not the biggest Uzi fan in the world, but I still fuck with Uzi like heavy. Like he's still definitely top 10 the people I listen to. But like I wouldn't say I was like a hardcore Uzi fan, like type shit. Like the people I was seeing all over Instagram hyping up this album. So it's like I didn't want to get caught up too much in the hype. Like I don't want it to be overhyped. And not to mention, like this album has been hyped up for like 2 years at this point. Like I think it was even more than 2 years. Like it's been a long time this album being hyped up. Uzi said he quit music. He said he deleted the whole album at one point. Like it was just a bunch of shit that went into the hype even before he announced it was gonna drop in 2 weeks. Like it was just nothing but hype for the last like 2 years around this album. And I just didn't want all this hype to go to waste. Basically I didn't want like everybody to just be overhyping the album, then the shit dropping, and the shit be trash or not live up to expectation like everybody was like gassing it up to be. But apparently Uzi decided to drop the album early, drop it a whole week early while the hype was like at its prime, because I feel like this is the most hype I've seen around this album since it was mentioned in the first place, because he actually announced it was going to be released in 2 weeks. And I guess it just ended up doing a surprise drop like yesterday on Friday. And the crazy thing is I didn't even know it dropped. Like a whole hour after it dropped, I had no idea the album dropped. And then as soon as I peeped it drop, you know, I had to go listen to that shit. And like immediately, bro, I played Baby Pluto, bro. That shit was stupid. Like off the first song, I was like, yup, this shit living up to the hype. Like no cap, like this shit is living up to the hype for real. Like this shit actually heat. I didn't expect the album to be trash or like bad. I just didn't think like it was gonna live up to the hype. This shit took this long and like it was this much hype around it. Like I was just really hoping that this wasn't overhyped, but it's like crazy because it actually was not overhyped at all. I think the 2-year wait was worth it. I think all the hype, everything people was saying, I think all that shit was worth it after actually listening to the album a couple times. This shit is actually heat. I was just trying to like come up, like even though it just dropped yesterday, I feel like I already came with like my top 5 songs on the album. And then another crazy thing about it is that like it doesn't even have really any features on it. Like I think there's only like 1 feature on the whole album. That's not even on my top 5. So Uzi by itself really snapped. Like that nigga snapped. Like a lot of people be having like hella features and shit, like features be carrying songs and shit like that, but Uzi, bro, he just snapped all by itself, like just made complete bangers. Like in my opinion, majority of the songs on this albums are all like fucking bangers. Like they all like low-key like equal in a way, but I still have a top 5. But best believe I could still listen to like this whole album all the way through, and it's like all straight heat. That song called That Way, it was like a pre-release that dropped. I feel like it's a good song. Like, I actually fuck with the song, but like I fuck with like the songs that dropped on the album a lot more than I fuck with that song. I feel like that's the song I like the least that dropped on the album, and I still fuck with that song. So I guess that just shows like I actually really do fuck with this album heavy. But what I would say my top 5 is on this album, it will have to be Baby Pluto first, bro. It just has to be like, that's the first song I heard. That's freaking Baby Pluto, what Uzi been hyping up whole time as his new name or whatever. And you know Future always be calling himself Pluto and shit like that, so Uzi came with the Baby Pluto thing. I thought that was funny how he came with that shit, but I mean this song actually go hard. Like it's just straight bars. Like he straight snapped on this song for sure. And I think this was like definitely the best song that he could have put first, because it's definitely my number 1 on the top 5. And this second one, I actually was thinking if I wanted to make this the first one or not, but I'm actually gonna make it the second one. It might change because you know the album just dropped. You know, when I listen to it more, I might change up this list later on. But as of right now, I think Baby Pluto is number 1, and then it's I'm Sorry as the second one. And then for the third one on the list, I'll have to say Pop, just because like that one part in the song, like I mean like he snapped on the whole song, but like that one part in the song was like lit as hell. And it was like Balenci. Like that shit went stupid. Like I ain't never heard Uzi snap like this on no other project ever before. Like I ain't never heard Uzi sound like this before. Like I follow Uzi songs, but he ain't never like snapped like this. Like I ain't never heard Uzi go this hard before. And I feel like on this song Pop, like it really shows that Uzi was going stupid. And then the next song, this is actually the second song on the album, but it would be my 4th on my list, and it's Low Main. And I feel like just like Baby Pluto, like he had hella bars in the song. He was just really snapping. Like this nigga big he snapped more on Baby Pluto, but he definitely still like kept it going like on Low Main. I think that's why he made it like the second song. So I think like Baby Pluto and Low Main, he like snapped like bars wise. I'm Sorry, it was like that more melodical like melody type of song, and it was like more like kind of emotion to it, and I actually fuck with that. And the Pop pop song was just like hype. That shit was lit as hell. Like I could see that song like full blast, like full volume, like everybody getting lit to that shit, like for real. And then the last one for the 5th song, it is between 2 songs. Like I really came down to it, and I just didn't know which song could go for the top 5, because like I said, I actually do fuck with the whole album. Like I fuck with like every song on here, or at least a majority, like heavy. So I was like, damn, like what am I gonna choose for like the 5th spot? And it gotta be between Bigger Than Life and You Better Move. Like he went crazy on both of these songs. I feel like Bigger Than Life is more like melodical and shit like that, and You Better Move is like more like he snapped, like he was like spitting bars. He was snapping on both, but it's like Bigger Than Life was definitely more like melodical and shit like that. And I fuck with songs like that. You guys know I like Trippie Redd and X and shit like that. So I think I would have to go with Bigger Than Life over You Better Move, but I don't know, You Better Move go crazy too. Like that shit really goes stupid. So it's really between those two. I feel like I really can't decide, but if I have to, I'll probably go with Bigger Than Life for the 5th spot. But You Better Move, that shit hard too, man. So I mean, it's really both of those for the 5th spot. But if you guys agree with my list or fuck with the album, leave a like on this video, man. Let me know your top 5 down below, or your top 3 or whatever. I had to put like at least 5 or 6 in here because I really fuck with majority of the songs. There's like 18 whole songs on the whole album. So I mean, this was a hard choice, hard little list to make, but I think that's for sure my top 5 or top 6, I should say. And no cap, Uzi snapped on this album. Like this man went crazy. Like I ain't never, like I know Uzi had some other projects in the past where it's like I feel like those are more melodical and shit like that, and I fuck with that, but I feel like on this album in particular, he like snapped. Like this nigga was rapping like big, like he changed up completely and was like spitting hella bars. And recently, like a lot of other rappers been dropping music too. Like Lil Baby just dropped his project, A Boogie just dropped his project, and like other people just dropped like projects and shit like that. But I don't think anybody went this hard where it's like every song or majority of the songs actually like all slap. So for me, I would say Uzi probably got the best album of the year so far though. So far, bro. Playboi drops to the album, bro. He might take that shit, no cap. Like Playboi drops Whole Lotta Red, I'm about to be like, man, Uzi, you got the 2nd best album, no cap, man. Because I don't know if y'all know I fuck with Carti, but I think Carti could go harder though, no cap. I feel like if Carti drops his project, I think his shit could slap a lot harder. Especially like, when's the last time freaking Playboi has dropped music? Like it's been way longer since Playboi has dropped music than Uzi. So I think his comeback to dropping music will be like a lot bigger than Uzi's, because Uzi still had like features and stuff. He was still dropping singles, but Playboi hasn't dropped shit. All we've been hearing is leaks, and the leaks been going stupid. But like I feel like when he officially drops some music, it's gonna go ridiculous because his leaks are going crazy on SoundCloud. So I mean, like I feel like if he officially drops some music, that shit is definitely gonna go crazy. But I mean, if Playboi don't drop no project or no music this year, then Lil Uzi for sure got it. Like for sure. I feel like if I had to rate it 1 through 10 for Lil Uzi project, I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10, just because I don't think it was like perfect. Like I'm not like saying like the perfect album or whatever, but for sure came close, no cap. I heard about this deluxe. I heard about all these features like Future, Lil Baby, Young Thug, and like a bunch of other features that's gonna be on here. If he does a Playboicarti feature on this album, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. Like deluxe, if the deluxe drops and it's a Playboicarti feature on it, I'm gonna have to get this album a 10 out of 10, no cap. This is probably gonna be one of the best Uzi albums I've ever heard. I still do fuck with Lil Uzi's old stuff a lot, but I feel like this new shit, especially even like the theme and stuff, like Eternal Take and like the whole little space type theme, I really fuck with that heavy. Like I feel like I fuck with a lot of stuff about this album. So this by far would be my favorite album by him. And if he gets a Playboicarti feature, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. But yeah, with all that being said, let me know your opinions down below. Comment your top 3 songs on the album. Do you guys think I'm sleeping on any songs I didn't mention? I mean, I still fuck with majority of the songs. I had to narrow it down to like 5. But yeah, let me know your top 3. Comment your opinions down below. Leave a like if you did agree with anything I said in this video. Playboicarti, please drop Whole Lotta Red, bruh. Lil Uzi needs some competition, man. No cap. I know, right? Lil Baby, NBA Youngboy, all them people, man. Nah, Lil Uzi got this shit so far, bruh. No cap. Lil Uzi got this shit. I think Playboicarti can for sure put some competition up. And yeah, I'm fucking with the new music dropping. Like, I mean, Lil Baby still went crazy. Don't get it fucked up. Lil Baby and A Boogie still went crazy, but I mean, I think Lil Uzi just blew this one out the water. But yeah, that's pretty much your video. If you guys did agree with anything I said, leave a like. Also, if you're new, subscribe, join the PNG gang, and also hit that bell as you subscribe to be notified for all the latest videos. And if you want a promo, hit me up on Instagram at Plungo. I'm out.
Okay, bye.